Hi, this is Yamuna from IELTS Grammar, and in today's video I'm going to show you 8 common words which are used in IELTS writing and speaking. If you want to crack your IELTS, please subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to never miss any updates. So my dear viewers, in today's video I'm going to cover some 8 most commonly used words in English language which you will also use in your writing and speaking. But the question here arises is in your writing and speaking you're judged around 25% for your lexical resource, which means your resource of vocabulary. So it's always a good idea to use a variety of words in your speaking and writing sections. But how to do that for some very simple words? Well, I'll show you that. So my first word today is increase. It's a very common word. We use it day in and day out in our English language. And you will use it in your writing tasks to explain or to depict or to show a graph. Or you might use it in your essay, or you'll use it in your speaking. So what are the synonyms that you can use for increase? You can say climbed, rose, growth, expand. I'll show you an example of how you can use one of these synonyms in an example. The sentence says, the consumption of fast food increased from 1970. So how can you use a synonym and make it different? Well, you can say, the consumption of fast food rose from 1970. Or, there was an expansion in the consumption of fast foods from 1970. So it's the same meaning, but we're using a different word. The key is that if you use the same word, if it's once, it's fine, twice, still acceptable. But if you use it 3 or 4 times in the same paragraph, you will lose marks because you're not displaying any lexical resource. You're just using the one word given in the question again and again in your speaking and your writing. So try to use a variety of words and trust me, it will be to your advantage. So, my next common word, word number 2, is decrease. So you'll again use this word very often in your speaking or in your writing. So what else can you use instead of decrease? You can say decline, slumped, plummeted, fall, dropped. Now we'll use a sentence and use one of these synonyms to see how it goes. The consumption of home-cooked food has decreased in the last decade. Now let's add a synonym. The consumption of home-cooked food has dropped, has slumped, has declined in the last decade. So you see, the same meaning, but we're using a different word. Word number 3, information. Let's see some synonyms for this one. You could say data, material, evidence. Now, let's see an example for this one. This information will help people to take accurate decisions. Now we'll try and use a synonym here. This evidence will help people to take accurate decisions. Or, this data will help people. Or, this material will help people. So you see, we again used some different words and we can see how we have made the same meaning but used our lexical resource. Word number 4 is different. Now we can use some other words here. You could say diverse or various, or you could say several. Now I'll give you an example sentence. There are different modes of transportations like airways, roadways, waterways, and railways. Now we can use some other vocabulary here. You could say there are diverse modes of transportations. There are several modes of transportation. There are various modes of transportation. So you can see we added some variety here. Our next common word, number 5, is huge. So let's see some synonyms for that. You could use tremendous or immense, or you could say incredible. You can also say enormous. Now let's use an example sentence. With the global crisis, there is a huge impact on the society. Now what can you say for that? You can use a synonym like, with the global crisis, there is an enormous impact. There is an incredible impact. There is a tremendous impact. So we used the same meaning but different words, and that's the trick. Our next very common word is show. This is usually used in the writing task of academic, where you will be given some graphs or charts and you have to write or show what is given in that table or graph or chart. So let's have a look at some possible words you could use. For show, you could use illustrate or depict or describe or demonstrates or portrays. Let's use an example. This graph shows the usage of internet in recent years. So you could say this graph illustrates the usage of internet in recent years, or it depicts the usage of internet. It portrays, it describes. So we have used synonyms, and that brings a flavor to your sentence. Word number 7 is necessary. Let's see some possible options. You could say crucial or vital or essential or required. Let's use an example. It became necessary for people to barter potatoes for a living. Now let's use one of these synonyms. It became crucial, or you could say it became vital. It became essential for people. So a lot that you can do with your sentences. My last but not the least word is joined. So some options for you. You could say amalgamated or blended or integrated or incorporated. An example: small business owners joined to form a large company. So you could say small business owners amalgamated or integrated or linked to form a large company. So with this, we come to an end to our current video. Till we meet in our next video, I wish you all the best in your IELTS journey. And keep watching this space for more learning. Thank you.